Hey everyone, this is Dave from Warshed Gaming, and this is my take on the Emerald Lifeswarm. I started with a Chaos Black spray, then once that dried, I kind of coated everything in a Cabalite green. It had that jade hue to it, and I thought that was going to be a good base for it. So I covered everything that kind of resembled the dragonfly up into the base of the skull that they're coming out of, and even a little bit on the skull. I kind of wanted to go for you could see its essence kind of coming out of it. But that was kind of step one, just to kind of cover everything in this green. This is my first painting video, so you're going to see some out of frame shots. You're going to see, those little slip ups, but I will do my best to describe what is going on in case you missed something and what my thought process was behind it. I hope you enjoy. Okay, next is the built-in green shade. I'm basically just going to give a light to maybe medium coat over everything I just painted Cabalite green. It's going to fill in all the cracks and crevices. It's going to make the future colors pop more too once we start dry brushing everything. And back to Cabalite green, except this time we're just going to be dry brushing everything we just went over in the Bealtan green. When I was painting this, I didn't actually notice the differences at first. It comes out better once you sit back and look at the model once you're done dry brushing. They're similar in some ways. Also, my dry brushing technique can be pretty hit or miss. I was nervous about adding too much green to it, so I usually paint a little too much off. But, you can play around with it yourself. Okay, now we have White Scar, and we'll be dry brushing over the Cabalite green that we just did with it. And I went very light at first. I didn't want it to soak in too much. I almost wanted to look like it was just being lightly frosted over the head and the wings and the body itself. And that's what you kind of see here. I go, top and bottom, and it turned out pretty well. Hey, I just want to add here, when I was going through this, I did forget once in a while to hit the sides of the Emerald Life Swarm. So as you can see, I kind of did that here just now. And now we have the Flash Gets Yellow. We're going to paint it on almost the same way as we did the white scar. Light dry brush it first, and then you start filling in the areas that you want that yellow to fit into. This is the last color that we use on the dragonfly portion of the Emerald Life Swarm, and this is really where I saw the model come to life. It's my favorite part. Next, we have the Rakarth Flesh, and I like Rakarth Flesh for a bone base. When paired with Agrath Earthshade and Pallid Witch Flesh, you get these bones have been sitting here a long time look, and I think that just pairs really well with the greens, yellows, and whites of the Emerald Life Swarm. Enter Agrax Earthshade. This will pull into all the crevices of the skull, giving it plenty of depth. You shouldn't need more than a light coat for this one. Last but not least is Pallid Witch Flesh. I couldn't figure out if I wanted to dry brush this or highlight, so I did both. So the angles, I kind of messed up here a little bit and went off camera a little. But what you'll see is I start with a dry brush around the big dome areas of the skull, and then I highlight around the mouth, the eyes, more of the eyebrows with it, just to make it pop a little more. Lastly, we have the small stones around the skull. I based them with Mechanicus Standard Gray. Then I highlighted the outsides with Dawnstone, then Celestra Gray. This is my first painting tutorial, and it shows, because I am in and out of frame a lot during this section, but I kept it in because you can still see the bits and pieces and then the finished product at the end. It was a blast to make, and if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. I'll be putting out more content soon. This is Dave from Warshed Gaming. Have a good one.